Today, we will be discussing the three-step process to develop effective business messages. First of all, planning or pre-writing. Planning or pre-writing is the steps taken before putting words on paper or into a computer. The first step in planning is to analyze the communication situation. You will have to ask yourself questions like, who will receive the message? What are the physical or political constraints I'm operating under? And what kind of response am I expecting from the receiver?
Next, it's important to establish the primary and secondary purposes within the framework of the four business goals in order to minimize communication error.
The main ideas, primary purpose, and the supporting ideas are the secondary purposes. For example, assume that you send an inquiry to rent a house for a year. The responding email would consist of yes or no as the main idea and the additional info such as the price, the rule, and regulations.
After establishing the purposes, we have to analyze the receiver to be able to select the type of message and create an organizational plan. Once those steps are completed, we have to organize our ideas and create a message content outline.
Now that we have planned a message, it's time to move on to drafting. Let's turn from a planning to well-structured draft by starting with a strong opening.
Drafting is to put the notes from the outlining process into words. At this stage, getting something into writing is more important than creating a perfect copy. Unfortunately, sometimes writers experience something called writer's block, or difficulty in putting thoughts into words. To overcome these challenges, ask for assistance or try changing where you write and your writing methods. The last step is to finalize the message. This is where writers draft, revise, and edit messages. Proofreading is the key to completing this stage. Continue revising, editing, and proofreading the message until you have a clear and concise message that reflects the you viewpoint and you have developed an effective business message.
Let's talk about how to determine the vocabulary level of business message. But first, let's look at what the vocabulary level of business mean and why it is important. Vocabulary level refers to the level of difficulties and combination of words in messages, which is necessary to be used to communicate ideas, negotiate, and interact with others in a work setting in a professional way. Using overly complex terms can cause confusion, while overly simple language might be perceived as disrespectful or unengaging. To ensure clear communication, it is better to write a message at a readability level that is slightly below the reading level rather than above the reading level of intended audience to avoid a communication breakdown. We can also determine vocabulary level by using readability formulas. Readability formulas tools is used to calculate the complexities of vocabulary in your message. These include gunning flock, flat kids can, Dell, Shaw, and Fry methods. They evaluate sentence length, syllable, or characters in words, and the complexities of sentence structure. Moving to another valuable tool in shaping effective communication, readability rating. This rating delivered from readability formulas give us a sense of education level needed to understand written material, but this method analysis doesn't assess word choice and sentence structure. It is a guide, not a definitive measure. A message might appear less complex due to short words and sentences, even if it contains advanced technical terms. On the other hand, a message with long but clear sentence might score higher.
For example, the sentence we bring is, the sun is shining and the birds are singing. It is the sentence that is easy to understand and use a level of vocab that is not too difficult. First method is Gunning Fox Index, which score is approximately 5. It considers sentence length and the percentage of complex words. The lower the score, the easier the text is to understand. Next, Fletch-Kincaid grade level, which is approximately 2.4. It considers syllables per word and words per sentence. The lower the score, the easier the text is to read. Next is Dale-Chow readability score, which is approximately 3.4 because it's easily understandable. The Dale-Chow formula factors in the use of familiar words. If the sentence contains difficult words, not only easy words, the score will be higher.